Today I'm going to tell you an interesting story about the life of Saint Bonaventure. Saint Bonaventure is also known as the patron saint of digestive and bowel ailments. He was born around the year 1217 in Bagnoregio, Italy. His birth name was Giovanni di Fidanza. As a child, he became gravely ill with a gastrointestinal disease, and his mother feared she was going to lose him. In desperation, she prayed to Saint Francis of Assisi, and miraculously, he was cured. As he grew, he studied in Paris and immersed himself in theology and philosophy. There, he joined the Franciscan order, then took the religious name Bonaventure, which means good fortune. By the time he was in his early 30s, Bonaventure had become a leading voice among scholars, for he had a brilliant mind. He wrote beautiful and profound works like The Journey of the Mind to God, which guides readers from the visible world to the invisible world. In 1257, Bonaventure was chosen to be the Minister General of the Franciscan order. At this time, the Franciscan order had internal tensions about how strict to follow St. Francis's original ideals. St. Bonaventure became a unifying figure and was even credited as the second founder of the Franciscans because he stabilized and shaped the order with grace and vision. In the year 1273, Pope Gregory X appointed him as the Cardinal Bishop of Albano. It was here that a humbling incident happened. The story was that when the papal delegation came to his place to give him the red cardinal's hat, they found him outside, washing dishes. When the delegation asked him to receive the hat, they told him to just leave the hat beside the tree until he finished his work. This was a remarkable sign of his humility. In 1274, St. Bonaventure was called to the Second Council of Lyon, a major church council aiming to reunite the Eastern and Western churches. He played a crucial role there, offering wisdom and peacemaking skills. However, during the council, Bonaventure was allegedly poisoned, which led to his death on July 15, 1274. After his death, his body was buried inside the Church of the Franciscan Friars in Lyon. About 160 years after his death, his body was exhumed and found to be incorrupt. According to the records, his lips, hair, tongue, and teeth were perfectly preserved, and even the color of his skin remained unchanged. However, 100 years later, during the de-Christianization of France, the town was captured by Huguenots, also known as French Protestants, who were known to be anti-Catholics. When the town was captured, his body was publicly burned in the town square. Fortunately, a relic of his right arm had been secretly hidden, and it was the only surviving relic of St. Bonaventure. This precious relic, famously known as the Braccio Santo, or the Holy Arm, is especially revered because it was with this very arm that he wrote many of his famous writings. It is currently housed in his hometown of Bagnoregio, Italy, preserved in a silver arm-shaped reliquary and displayed beside the chapel of the Cathedral of San Nicola and San Donato. Today he is venerated as the patron saint of digestive and bowel ailments, and his feast day is celebrated every 15th of July. If you like stories like this, support us, follow, like, and subscribe.